All right, this is OneLastMidnight. Welcome back to another episode of Astroneer. So I totally forgot when they had the April update to do a video on the extra large shredder. So I thought I'd go back, and since the extra large shredder came out, I'd go back and reevaluate all the shredders. And for those of you guys that haven't seen anything about shredders, this is a video about shredders. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's take a look at the shredders. You have the medium shredder, which will cost you 1,250 bytes, and it's going to require you to have 2 iron. So you're going to need to take a trip to Glacio to turn around and get some hematite so you can convert it into iron. As a matter of fact, all 3 of the shredders are going to require you to leave Silva and go to another planet to gather resources. The power to run a medium shredder is 1.5 units per second. So you're going to have some decent amount of power to power the medium shredder. The large shredder will cost you 2,500 bytes to unlock, and you're going to need to have a tungsten carbine and 2 iron to go ahead and print it. Now the power consumption on the large shredder is 3 units per second, so you're going to need double that amount of power than you would with a medium shredder. Finally, the extra large shredder. The extra large shredder is going to cost you 5,000 bytes to unlock, and it requires 2 steel and 2 tungsten carbide to print. The power consumption rate on the extra large shredder is 3 units per second. So it'd be wise to make sure you have a lot of power if you're going to be running the extra large shredder. And again, all of the shredders require you to go off of Silva in order to produce them. All 3 of the shredders produce a resource called scrap. And you can think of scrap as a currency. Scrap is used on a trade platform to trade for resources that you don't want to gather. So if you're too lazy to go to DeSolo to get wolframite, you can just load up some scrap and send away for it. After a short period of time, the trade rocket will return with the items that you requested. Let's look at the possible uses for a shredder. Now, in the case of a medium shredder, you can only shred small items, such as these extenders, inhibitor mods, tether bundles, leftover canisters. Maybe you've got yourself some leftover power or lights that you want to take care of. But the medium shredder is only going to shred small items. For example, if I want to try to shred this medium storage, you see that I can't even place it over the medium shredder. The nice thing about the medium shredder is that it's a 2-point connection slot, so it'll connect to pretty much anything, including this nice little tractor train, so that you can roam around and start picking up some of the smaller debris. You can find this small little debris all over the surface of Silva. And this is an effective way to get into scrapping. Some of the other debris pieces that you might find in wreckage won't fit into the medium scrapper. The large shredder is a little bit more versatile. While it can continue to shred smaller items, it will also allow you to shred much larger items, like in this case, that medium storage. The large shredder, however, does require a 4 connection point, usually found on large platform Bs, or on space shuttles, or on even some vehicles. The large shredder fits perfectly on the medium rover. But remember, the medium rover consumes a lot of power, and so does the shredder, so make sure that you have at least an RTG or some other power solution that will help power this entire unit. Where the medium shredder had difficulty shredding larger items, the large shredder can shred these items with no problem. However, the large shredder will not allow you to shred seriously large items like this research aid top. The extra large shredder, the most versatile shredder of them all, requires you to have the large 4-slot connection that can be found on the extra large platform A or the extra large platform C. The extra large shredder will allow you to shred some base building pieces that can't normally be shred in the medium or large shredder, and even some of the new larger storage units. The extra large shredder also works on the large rover to give you a fantastic mobile shredding solution. And the extra large shredder is the only shredder that can handle the research aid tops, giving you some decent amount of scrap. Here are the 3 shredding options that you have in Astroneer currently. Now, if you ask me personally, is it worth getting the medium shredder or the large shredder? Honestly, I don't really think so. I think I would just save up and get the large shredder, since the large shredder is so versatile. Problem with that is that you're going to need to save up to either get the extra large platform C, or the extra large platform A, or the large rover. So there's some trade-offs. If you want to get into scrap early, definitely start with the medium shredder on a tractor and shred up all the little pieces that you find laying around. Eventually, when you can purchase the large shredder, get the large shredder and go back and get the other pieces that you couldn't get with the medium shredder. This will get you into scrap early and will allow you to get maybe some of those resources on other planets, so you don't have to build a shuttle and go off and leave to get those resources. But with that said, you're already going off planet and leaving to actually just build the shredder. So 1 1/2 dozen of another how you use the shredder. It's completely up to you, and the strategy, you're going to have to figure out which works best for you. What is interesting to note though, the medium shredder can be eaten by the large shredder, and the large shredder can be eaten by the extra large shredder. And as a side note, it's not very wise to stick anything that's explosive into your shredder. Alright, so that was my video on shredder. Go out there, scrap your brain out, get all that scrap you possibly can, trade for good resources. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the community. And if you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. We'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.